straight and circulate, then gang with it. Aim for your partner, pocket and pop. That's dangerous. If you ain't with it, you throwing off the vibe. Man, I don't got time for that. It's all about the vibe. All that I got time for. I got the moves, stack with me. Don't come through with bad energy. You ain't with the vibe. Don't waste my time.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Straight ahead, it's a rematch from last year's AFC wildcard game, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Baltimore Ravens. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
Gun.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. These two teams met in Cincinnati earlier in the year with the Bengals coming out on top. So a win here in Baltimore would give them the season sweep. From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 5. Here's Burrow. Being chased out left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. David Ojabo running in to take him down. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down. And that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Burrow. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Here we go. 11.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
We're going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
At the 3-yard line.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Mixon will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Evan McPherson for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Makes the score Bengals 7, Ravens nothing. Evan McPherson with the kickoff for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. The defense is always talking about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game because all week long there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him to get it done that early? That's got to feel great for them.
Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson now. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. The Ravens, it's 7-3 now on the year, and they've been in a great groove. Winners of 7 of their last 10 now on the year.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw pulled in by Aguilar. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
They find some open field here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Here we go. 11 MT.
Now Burrow. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 7-7, our score after one. So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Burrow looking to pass. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Inside the 10. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation time in the film room, it translated into a big play. They put points on the board for their team.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Here we go, here we go.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted. Winds up falling incomplete.
Well, leads the NFL in interceptions and really added to that total.
And his hand on it couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because You don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Jackson to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10. Jackson. And this one's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, man. Heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
13. Change it. Middle.
And Jackson throwing once more. And that is incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Tucker's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Bengals drive about to get going. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And he'll be knocked to the turf right there, but they're across the 50 at the 48 now. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball, but I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a one-score game if you can, and that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. And they're waving pressure too much. Down he goes. Down for the Mixon for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 34-yard line.
And the Bengals first down.
From the gun to give to Nixon. Roquan Smith, the All-Pro, the former Bear, is there to make the stop.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Now it's Burrow. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Bengals. Andre Yoshibas, 29 yards. And the Bengals have cut it back within a score.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. To get going. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And they're going to speed things up here. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercepted. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Two yards to go, 2nd down. Again, it's Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with career touchdown number 60. And the Bengals will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. Mark Andrews. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed, his elusiveness, and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
He's got it complete to Aguilar. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
We changed it.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, so far, really no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Now Jackson on first down. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Tucker now for the extra point. And that one gives him a 3-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Here's 3rd and 7. Burrow will throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's
a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Pushing his way through. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Bengals 21.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And now off to the races, down the right side. That should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
Well, this has been a close game throughout, but that return can help them gain the separation that they've been seeking throughout the game.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Jackson, options out left. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The 22 more yards there and another first down. Throwing is Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Play action. It's Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. Here we go. 2nd and 10. Now it's Mixon running right. Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. They're passing here. Joe Burrow to Mixon on the check down. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. Looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him. So 8 yards on the completion there. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Sliding up, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney, his 2nd sack of the night.
He's NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Here's Burrow. Out to the left, he's got Sample there. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. This one complete to Young Shivas. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the 1st as the tackle is made at the 33. They pick up 10, but it will still lead to a 4th down. Evan McPherson out for the Bengal field goal. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll go to Barkley again. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Jackson options out left. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 40. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40. From the gun, it's Jackson. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 61 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now at 1,200 yards for the season. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. To throw is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Gotta tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And you see the speed there of Daxton Hill reaching him before he could get back to the line of scrimmage. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Buying time, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. David Ojabo able to drop in that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Remember, during my career here, defensive coach would always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Here we go. This is 4th down. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Escaping the pressure right. Keeps himself, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on down. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And my goodness, that means this next drive will begin 4 yards from the end zone already. Barkley going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. Barkley again. But he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he won't get to the line of scrimmage as they push him back to the 2. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Jackson going to run. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson scoring on a 2-yard keeper. And the Ravens are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Tucker now to add the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Burrow on play action. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. David Ojabo bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight.
Guys, with his talent, you aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
The decision made for him. They've got to go. It's fourth down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead is now 24. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On third down, Mixon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 109 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. He's done his part sailing past the century mark on the ground with rushing yardage, but his team, a different story.
Yeah, they're down big in this ball game, so sometimes you wonder to yourself how much of that is him with a great performance and how much of that is a